Yo, what is going on, everybody? Sasamaru here once again, and today, as you can see, we're going to be making a Demon Slayer characters tier list. Just because I just finished watching it for the second time, I don't remember half of the characters, but I know that half of them exist, so we're just going to get right into this. But before, if you guys enjoy, leave a like, go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button for more tier lists in the future. Because I love making tier lists, because they're easy, simple, and I can just make them in like 20 minutes. So yeah, if you guys enjoy, go ahead and subscribe, leave a like, do whatever, and let's get right into this. Alrighty, so first up we gotta change the tiers, obviously. So let's just change this to outstanding, I guess. I don't know, I can't really think of any specific things to change the tiers to, so we're probably just going to change them to the regular, like mediocre. Obviously this one's going to be below average. I can't spell. Below average, and then this one's going to be irrelevant, and that means I either don't remember their name or I don't remember them in general. So let's just go ahead and hop into this right away with Murata. I think that's his name. He's mediocre. I don't remember much about him other than he was on the mountain and he was pretty stuck up. So, like, he's alright. I don't mind him. This is Zenitsu's trainer. I think his name's, like, Jigoro or something. I probably butchered that pronunciation, but he's mediocre. I appreciate him. He's alright as a teacher. We don't know much about him from the show's perspective. I know that there's a whole manga, but I haven't really read into a lot of that. So, yeah, he's alright at this point. Aoi, I think that's how her name's pronounced. She's above average. I like her character. She's a super cool character. It's kind of sad, her whole story that she gave to Tanjaro in that little, like, when Tanjaro was leaving for the Mugen train. It's kind of a little bit sad, and I really like her character. Yeah, I like her. I know who this is, but I don't think she ever got a name, so I'll put her in mediocre. She kind of died immediately, if I remember right, and yeah, that was kind of sad. I was hoping that she'd be saved, but whatever. She died. Urokodaki, he's above average. I like Urokodaki. He's a fun character. Someone I actually kind of enjoy seeing on screen. So yeah, he goes there. I think this guy's name is Muichiro? Probably. I like him. He's pretty cool. I love his attitude of, oh, what's going on? Who cares? Yeah, he's pretty cool. I really like him. Sanemi, I think is his name. Below average. I hate him. He's a piece of shit, honestly. Like, I understand why he does what he does, but he's a piece of shit. Like, I promise you, I would not mind if he dies. But I don't know if he does, so. This is the guy that forged Inosuke's new swords. I don't know if he ever got given a name, but he's below average. He says that the one sword guy, hold on, what's his name? Haganeska? I think that's his name. He says that guy is like super overzealous about his swords compared to other swordsmen, and then he proceeds to do the same thing when Inosuke makes his swords his own, and I just don't like him. Sasamaru? Is that her name? Yeah, I think that's her name. She was a pretty cool character. I actually really liked her character. She was kind of childlike, which kind of brings her down from outstanding to above average. But, like, her abilities were super cool. I really liked her as a character. And, yeah, that's about it. Rui, below average. His ideals were whack. I didn't like him. That's about it with him. I didn't like him. But I guess that's kind of the point of a villain, so maybe mediocre, but I'll leave him in below average. Sabito, mediocre. I liked how he pushed Tanjiro to train and become a better, like, swordsman. But he was kind of useless in the overall story, I guess. And I don't know, I just have no feelings towards him. So he goes in mediocre. Zenitsu, this one's gonna be an unpopular opinion, but like he's mediocre at best. I don't like him. He's such a whiny crybaby, and he gets on my nerves way too easily for like no reason. He is a badass when he's knocked out, but he's not usually knocked out, so he's kind of just a crybaby. Inosuke, he's above average. I like Inosuke. One of my favorite characters in the show, actually. I'd probably move him up here below Aoi. And yeah, he's a really cool character. I like his mentality. He's a really cool character. Shinobu, she's outstanding. I love Shinobu. She's one of my favorite designs in the entire show, manga, whatever you want to call it. I love Shinobu. She's one of the coolest characters ever. I like how she fights. She's just so cool. I love her. Enmu, I think that's his name. Below average. I didn't enjoy his character. He's just like a typical demon. I didn't like him. Genya, like, I remember his name just because he's the brother of this guy. But like, I don't really know anything about him. He didn't really play any parts in the story, so he goes irrelevant. Yushiro, below average. I don't like his whole attitude about Tamayo. He's just kind of annoying, honestly. I don't even remember. I think this is the guy that Zenitsu beat. I don't remember him very well, so he's just gonna go irrelevant. Tamayo, mediocre. We haven't seen much of her, but she's been a pretty decent character when she's on screen. I like her. That's about it. Muzan, below average. As a character, he's above average, but in my personal liking, he's below average because I hate him. But that's kind of what a good villain does, so I'm gonna put him in above average. I hate Muzan Kibutsuji just so much. He's a piece of shit, honestly, a piece of shit, and I hate him. But that's it. Mitsiri, I think that's her name. If you can't tell, I don't know every single one of these names for sure. I'm just guessing. Mitsuri, I like Mitsuri. She's got one of my favorite designs in the show. I really like her. Plus, the way that she just like kind of communicates with herself is just super cool. I like it. Giyu, I love Giyu. He's one of my favorite characters in the show as well. The way he's adapted the water breathing techniques is so cool. I think it's technique 11 that he made himself, and it's really cool. I like it. Kanao, she's my favorite character in the show. I love Kanao. Just the way that she's willing to open up after Tanjiro helps her is just super cool. And I like her character of just being this quiet badass that doesn't really need to speak to just kick ass. And I really like her. I remember this guy kicking Inosuke's ass, but like other than that, I don't remember much about him. Rengoku, above average, very top of above average. I love Rengoku. In the movie, he was so cool. His death was really sad and tragic, and I want to move him up to outstanding, but I also want to keep outstanding kind of low on numbers because they're like my top of the top characters that I really like. So for now, Rengoku's going to go top of above average. I might move him up later. And speaking of the devil from like 10 minutes ago, Haganeska is mediocre. He's just kind of boring. I don't understand him. But yeah, I don't know. This is another spider demon, like those two. But I actually remember her, and she's below average. I didn't like the way they played out her character. She could have been a lot better. Could have saved her. But whatever. I don't know who this is. I don't even know if they have a name. Igoro, the snake Hashira. He's below average. I just don't like his design, and we don't know much about him in the show. So, yeah, he's just below average. These three girls were all at the Butterfly Mansion. I know one of them's named Sumi, but I don't know the other two's names. And I'd put them all in irrelevant because they didn't really do much in the overarching story besides get Tanjiro to do the concentration breathing constant. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. They're kind of irrelevant. I think this guy's name is Diome. He's mediocre. We don't know much about him, but I really like him. He seems to be blind, but I can't tell. That would be really cool if he was. I would really like that. As you've seen in my Ruby videos, I really like Fox Alistair, who is also blind. I would love to see this guy also be blind. Tengen. I know this guy. He's got one of my favorite designs, and I'm going to put him right below Rengoku and above average. I love this guy's design. I really like how, like, overly hyper he is, kind of. And he's just super cool. I hope we get to know more about him in the future of Demon Slayer. He's just a super cool character. This is the Demon Mother, I believe. She's mediocre. She's probably the best out of the Spider family, but she doesn't really do much for me to move her higher. I liked that she kind of didn't want to do what she was doing. She did it out of fear, and that's why she's in mediocre. The rest of them just all kind of sucked. And Nezuko, my second favorite character in the show. Most people that I've seen apparently don't like her because her whole character is just saying, "Urgh." But like, I really like Nezuko. I really like the way that Tanjiro sticks his neck out for her and tries to turn her back into a human. Although we haven't seen how that's going to work out, I hope that he's able to do it so we get more characterization for her. That would be really cool. And yeah, I like Nezuko. Next up is Mikomo. She's with Sabito. They're mediocre. They didn't do much in the overall plot. In fact, I'd say Sabito did more than Mikomo, but overall, they didn't really do much besides help Tanjiro slice his rock in half, which, albeit, does make him a lot stronger. It's just, I mean, I just didn't remember them after watching it the first time, and after the second time I remembered them. So, they're just going to go in mediocre. Next up, Tanjiro. He's going to go in above average, below Aoi. I like Tanjiro a lot, but he's just not in that top echelon of main characters yet. And he will make it there if some of the stuff I've heard actually happens. But as of right now, he's just in that mid-tier in main characters of animes I've watched. And yeah, so he goes in above average because he is a great character, but there's a lot of main characters that he's stacked up against, in my opinion, that brings him down from outstanding to just above average. And then Kane Kocho. This is Shinobu and Kanao's older sister that died. I don't know if we ever learned how she died besides it was at the hands of a demon. So she's mediocre. We just don't know much about her. Kaguya. He's below average. I don't even remember, I barely remembered his name. I don't even remember his last name. And I don't remember any of his kids' names. They're all going into irrelevant because I don't even, know why they're here. Maybe that's just my ignorance. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Anyways, this is my tier list. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Where would you guys rank these guys? If you want, go ahead and make a tier list. You guys can share it with me if you know how to contact me. And yeah, so just hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. I want to hit 50 eventually. I don't know how soon that'll be, but it would be really cool to eventually hit 50. And yeah, that'd just be really awesome. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.